division was, I think, the harder division. It was a stacked division.
It's the best possible scenario for us.
The playoffs begin tonight for the number 2 seed Manitoba Bisons after a first-round bye to kick off these Canada West playoffs. They're up against a team they've not played since the preseason and who's already secured a win on their home court. I'm Joey Slattery, and this is your Bisons basketball playoff preview.
Thompson Rivers is an outstanding team, coached by a Manitoba guy in Chad Jacobson, originally from Brandon. Has done a phenomenal job with that group. We played them early in preseason and won, but I think they're a different team than they were at that time. They certainly have evolved in many ways.
Manitoba will host the 7 seed Thompson Rivers tonight after the Wolfpack beat Alberta on Manitoba's home court last night, 78-63. The Bison secured the 2nd seed, taking the tiebreaker after sharing a division-best 16-4 record with Calgary and Winnipeg. Some validation for a team many thought would be taking a step back this season with the departure of Simon Hildebrandt.
The guys were really effective at adjusting as the season went on and kind of changing the way we played at times and kind of figuring out what our strengths and weaknesses were and kind of really leaning into those strengths. I thought we overcame some offensive troubles and we obviously really stepped up on the defensive end of things.
Yeah, we just had lots of guys who could step up, so I think we always had faith that we had guys that could step up.
Head coach Kirby Shep credits his leadership core of Darren Watts, Kieran O'Hara, and Mason Krause for elevating their games at both ends of the floor.
I mean, there's no question those guys are our leaders, and they're our leaders because they're two-way guys. They play at both ends of the floor at a very, very high level, all three of them. And they all do different things, which is great. Compliments to their belt.
Last year I was good at scoring, but that was kind of really it. I wasn't really getting too many rebounds, wasn't really making too many plays, like getting assists and stuff like that. So I feel like I've become much more well-rounded.
Defensively, Kieran O'Hara finished top 5 in both rebounding and blocks, on top of his conference second-best field goal percentage, while Krause finished second in the conference in both steals and assists while leading his team in scoring.
I had preseason goals to try to make first seed in Can West, and I'm trying to get DPOY every year, so what my goal is. So being able to run and have a chance of doing that, I'm happy with my season.
He was probably at his most consistent year shooting the ball, which I thought really was big for him. And I think he solidified himself, in my mind, as a top defensive player in Can West and one of the top in the country.
The Bisons, while earning that bye and home court advantage, still had to prepare for 2 opponents this week, not knowing who was going to come out of that first-round matchup. Well, they're a clear favorite tonight against the Thompson Rivers Wolfpack, who finished 4th in the BC division with a record of 10-10. But can the Wolfpack carry momentum from yesterday's win against Alberta and maybe neutralize that home court advantage? Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock at the Investors Group Athletic Center and will be streamed live on Canada West TV. I'm Joey Slattery.